Have you ever truly stopped to consider what actually takes place deep within your body when you make the decision to consume 4 eggs every single day without fail? The overwhelming majority of people remain utterly oblivious to the truth, and the revelations that are about to unfold before you will genuinely shock you to your core. Because in spite of every myth that has been perpetuated, despite every cautionary warning you have ever received about cholesterol, despite the countless decades of unfounded fear and deliberate misinformation that have been spread far and wide, eggs remain one of the most powerful, nutritionally comprehensive, and profoundly misunderstood foods that nature has ever provided to humanity. On this journey, Dr. Mandell is going to guide you step by meticulous step through exactly what happens inside your biological system when you eat 4 eggs daily, and he will explain precisely why your energy reserves, your metabolic function, your cognitive performance, your visual sharpness, and even your intricate hormonal equilibrium can undergo far more dramatic and positive transformations than you could ever possibly imagine. So make sure you stay right here with Dr. Mandell, because the final set of benefits we are about to uncover are the very ones that almost nobody in the mainstream ever bothers to talk about. And if any single part of this presentation catches you completely off guard or defies everything you thought you knew, please do not hesitate to share your reactions with us in the comments section down below. Now let us begin this incredible journey of discovery. Before we dive headfirst into the extraordinary and wide-ranging advantages that eggs offer, we must directly address the single greatest and most persistent fear that continues to haunt people's minds when it comes to egg consumption. Will eating eggs on a daily basis inevitably cause my cholesterol levels to skyrocket out of control? Let Dr. Mandell make this absolutely and unequivocally clear. The definitive answer is a resounding no, and the honest, unfiltered truth is that it never actually did in the first place. This entire edifice of fear was constructed upon a foundation of shifting sand, rooted in outdated, scientifically bankrupt research from the distant 1960s, research that was subsequently and thoroughly demolished by more rigorous and modern scientific inquiry. The original evidence was flimsy and unconvincing right from the very start. So, what does decades of contemporary peer-reviewed scientific research have to say on this matter? Here is the incontrovertible truth. Your liver is responsible for manufacturing the vast preponderance of your body's cholesterol internally through its own complex biochemical pathways. It does not primarily come from the foods you consume. Therefore, when you consistently incorporate eggs into your daily dietary regimen, here is the genuine physiological response that unfolds inside you. Your liver intelligently and naturally reduces its own cholesterol production to compensate for the dietary intake. Your HDL, which is the beneficial and protective fraction of cholesterol, frequently shows a noticeable increase. Your LDL particles actually undergo a remarkable transformation, becoming significantly larger, fluffier, and exponentially less dangerous to your cardiovascular health. Furthermore, your triglyceride levels, which are another critical marker of metabolic health, often demonstrate substantial improvement. The crucial non-negotiable point to remember is this: eggs simply do not generate the small, dense, and highly atherogenic LDL particles that are truly and causally linked to an elevated risk of heart disease. Instead, they actively and consistently promote a cholesterol profile that is far healthier, safer, and more favorable for long-term well-being. And if that revelation has already managed to catch you by surprise, then brace yourself, because we are only just scratching the surface of this fascinating subject. Now let us shift our attention to the topic of protein, but let us strip away all the unnecessary jargon and approach it from a refreshingly new and intuitive perspective. Think for a moment about the vast majority of protein-rich foods that populate our diets, such as a tender chicken breast, a juicy steak, or a delicate fillet of fish. These are all, without exception, derived from muscle tissues. Their original biological purpose was movement, locomotion, and physical activity, which means that their protein structures are inherently dense, tightly packed, and significantly more challenging for your digestive system to break down and assimilate effectively. Now, contrast that with an egg. An egg was never designed for movement. It was conceived instead as the ultimate all-inclusive starter kit for new life itself. It contains within its unassuming shell every single foundational building block that is required to grow an entire, intricate, and complex living organism from a solitary, microscopic cell. This fundamental underlying difference is precisely why egg protein boasts the highest biological value of any natural food source that exists anywhere on our planet. And what exactly does biological value mean? It simply and elegantly answers one single, pivotal question. What percentage of the protein you ingest can your body actually absorb, utilize, and convert into functional, living tissue? Let us examine the hard numbers. Beef protein registers at approximately 75.80% usability. Fish protein comes in at roughly 80.85% usability. Chicken protein achieves about 79% usability. But egg protein, it achieves a flawless, unparalleled 100% usability. With eggs, every single gram of protein you consume is immediately and efficiently put to productive work. Nothing is wasted, nothing is lost, and nothing is excreted unused. This supreme biological efficiency directly translates into faster muscle repair and accelerated post-exercise recovery, stronger and more resilient bones, tendons and ligaments, robust and balanced hormone and enzyme production, efficient and rapid skin repair and regeneration, and a powerful, vigilant, and responsive immune system. Therefore, if you have been experiencing persistent and unexplained fatigue, a nagging sense of weakness or sluggish recovery following your workout sessions, or even just from the normal, everyday demands of your daily life, then incorporating high-quality egg protein into your nutritional plan stands as one of the most efficient and profoundly impactful improvements you can possibly make. But the truly astonishing revelation has not yet arrived. The fuel advantage of egg yolks. People habitually and mistakenly perceive eggs as merely a source of dietary protein, but the underlying biochemical reality is dramatically different. Eggs also function as a unique, versatile, and highly efficient fuel source for your body. Here's the scientific rationale behind this. When you consume lean meat, your body can only extract and utilize roughly 10.20% of its protein content as a direct, usable energy source. It operates as a slow, laborious, and comparatively inefficient fuel. However, eggs contain fat, specifically concentrated within the golden yolk, and this single factor changes the entire metabolic equation. Approximately 65% of an egg can be directly and efficiently utilized as fuel for your body's energy needs. This translates into fewer and less severe energy crashes throughout your day, more stable and sustained energy levels that last for hours, improved mental focus and concentration, and better overall blood sugar stability. This is also precisely the reason why individuals who make the switch from carbohydrate-heavy, sugar-laden breakfasts like cereal or toast to eggs in the morning frequently report feeling deeply satiated and comfortably full for a solid 4 to 6 hours, instead of experiencing gnawing hunger pangs again after merely 1 hour. And if you have ever found yourself wondering why people following weight loss regimens so consistently turn to eggs as a dietary staple, this is one of the principal and most compelling reasons driving that widespread choice. Egg whites, nature's antibacterial armor. Now let us transition to something truly captivating, scientifically fascinating, and widely misunderstood: the egg white. Within the translucent, protective egg white reside antimicrobial proteins, which means they possess the innate and powerful ability to destroy bacteria, including harmful pathogenic strains that could otherwise pose a threat. Why would an egg require this sophisticated, built-in protective mechanism? Because eggs represent nature's own version of a protective shield, a biological fortress designed to safeguard the developing embryo. Before a chick begins to develop and grow, the egg must actively and effectively defend itself against bacterial invasion from the surrounding environment. That is precisely why egg whites contain enzymes that systematically dismantle bacterial cell walls, specialized proteins that effectively prevent bacteria from stealing vital nutrients, molecules that bind to iron so that harmful pathogens cannot access and exploit this essential mineral, and compounds that bind to biotin, which is otherwise known as vitamin B7. And here is a myth that you have very likely encountered at some point. Raw egg whites cause biotin deficiency. Yes, that statement is technically and biochemically accurate, but only under one specific extreme condition. Only if you are consuming massive, excessive quantities of raw egg whites, such as 10 or more every single day, does this become a genuine concern. Cooking the egg white thoroughly and adequately destroys the specific compound responsible for interfering with biotin absorption. Therefore, as long as your eggs are properly, safely, and adequately cooked, there is absolutely no biotin deficiency risk whatsoever, and you can consume them with complete peace of mind. The real muscle builder hidden inside an egg. Now, let us delve deeply into the genuine, often overlooked muscle-building secret that is concealed within eggs. There is one particular amino acid that Dr. Mandell wishes to emphasize and highlight: leucine. Think of leucine not merely as another building block among many, but rather as the master switch, the biological command center that issues the unequivocal order for your body to initiate the complex processes of repairing and constructing new muscle tissue. It operates much like flipping on the light switch for muscle protein synthesis deep within your cellular machinery, igniting a cascade of anabolic signals, and eggs are absolutely replete with leucine, packed to the brim with this critical amino acid. In fact, they contain a higher concentration of this essential nutrient than most commonly consumed foods. Consequently, if you engage in regular exercise, make a conscious effort to walk daily, participate in strength training routines, or are over the age of 40 when muscle mass naturally begins its inevitable and gradual decline, then incorporating 4 eggs into your daily diet can represent a genuine, life-altering game changer. It delivers the consistent, reliable leucine signal that your body desperately needs to support muscle retention, expedite recovery from physical exertion, maintain overall functional strength, ensure long-term mobility and independence, and sustain a healthy, vigorous, and responsive metabolism. Because here is the ultimate, inescapable, and profound truth. The more muscle mass you successfully preserve as you advance in age, the longer, stronger, healthier, and more independent your life is statistically and practically likely to be. The 3 hidden nutrients almost nobody talks about. Now, we are arriving at something that can truly revolutionize your health from the inside out, yet almost nobody takes the time to explain it in any meaningful detail. Eggs rank among the very finest, most accessible, and most affordable natural sources of 3 critical nutrients: choline, natural vitamin B12, and folate, which is vitamin B9. Together, these 3 nutritional powerhouses support one of the most vital, intricate, and essential processes occurring within your body: methylation. Allow Dr. Mandell to elucidate this in straightforward, accessible, and easy-to-understand terms. Think of methylation as your body's ultimate maintenance crew, a dedicated team of biochemical workers that operates around the clock. It is responsible for repairing damaged DNA, detoxifying harmful chemicals and excess hormones, and producing the essential brain chemicals upon which your entire nervous system depends for optimal function. However, when this methylation process becomes sluggish, inefficient, or compromised, you may begin to experience a troubling constellation of symptoms such as persistent brain fog, difficulty concentrating, chronic low energy, poor mental focus, increased systemic inflammation, a sluggish and overburdened detoxification system, and even an elevated risk of developing fatty liver disease. And here is the critical, often overlooked detail. Up to 40% of adults carry a genetic variation that renders their methylation process significantly less efficient. Many of these individuals have absolutely no idea that they possess this genetic quirk. Eggs directly help to counter this widespread and underappreciated problem. They supply the precise, specific raw materials that this delicate methylation process requires, and they do so in their most bioavailable, highly usable, and readily absorbable forms. This is precisely the reason why so many people report remarkable and noticeable changes after consistently eating eggs: clearer, sharper thinking, enhanced memory retention, improved mood stability, and better overall liver health. It serves as a powerful and compelling reminder that when you consume eggs, your body is not simply ingesting food. It is absorbing a precise, purposeful, and exquisitely designed biological toolkit intended for optimal human function. Protecting your vision. Now, let us address your eyesight, one of your most precious and irreplaceable senses. Hidden within the golden, sun-hued yolk of an egg reside two of the most potent antioxidants known to science for supporting eye health: lutein and zeaxanthin. Think of these remarkable compounds as your eye's own internal built-in sunglasses. They accumulate directly in the retina, the delicate and intricately structured tissue situated at the back of your eye that functions much like a camera sensor, converting incoming light into interpretable signals for your brain. Their vital and non-negotiable job is to act as a natural filter, shielding your retinal cells from damage inflicted by ultraviolet UV rays, the blue light emitted from digital screens, and the everyday wear and tear associated with the inexorable process of aging. Therefore, if you use your smartphone daily, spend hours working in front of a computer monitor, spend significant time outdoors in bright sunlight, or frequently find yourself squinting in bright conditions, then eating eggs on a regular basis constitutes one of the simplest, most accessible, and most effective methods to strengthen your retina's natural defenses over an extended period. And there is an added bonus worth mentioning. These nutrients also enhance your vision in low-light environments. That is precisely why many individuals who consume eggs consistently report noticeably sharper, more acute, and more reliable night vision. It represents a tangible, perceivable benefit that you can literally see and appreciate with your own eyes. Upgrade your brain. Do you desire to upgrade your brain to enhance your cognitive performance and mental clarity? Then examine what it is fundamentally composed of at a molecular level. Your brain contains delicate, complex cell membranes that require specialized fats to remain healthy, fluid, and operate at their peak performance. Those fats are known as phospholipids, and egg yolks are densely packed with them. This is how eggs provide robust, multifaceted support for your brain. They enhance memory formation and learning capacity. They improve your ability to focus and maintain concentration over extended periods. They assist in regulating mood and maintaining emotional balance. They keep your mind sharp, agile, and resilient as you progress through the aging process. That is precisely why eggs are often enthusiastically recommended for students facing demanding exam periods, for older adults striving to preserve cognitive function, for individuals recovering from head injuries, and for anyone grappling with persistent, frustrating brain fog. Feed your brain with exactly what it is literally constructed from. As Dr. Mandell frequently and emphatically emphasizes, your brain does not simply like eggs, it absolutely thrives on them, and it craves the nutrients they provide. The hidden vitamins inside eggs. Let us now uncover and illuminate the vitamins that you may not realize are hiding in plain sight within eggs. This everyday, unassuming food is an exceptionally rich and dense source of essential micronutrients that are vital for numerous bodily functions. Eggs provide vitamin K2, which serves the crucial and life-protecting function of directing calcium into your bones, where it rightfully belongs, and away from your arteries, where it can cause calcification and harm. They also contain retinol, the true and bioavailable form of vitamin A, which directly supports a healthy and responsive immune system, promotes healthy and radiant skin, and maintains normal, sharp vision. In addition, eggs supply vitamin D, an essential nutrient that underpins strong and resilient bones, supports healthy hormone regulation, and contributes to stable, positive mood. The honest, unfiltered truth is that most people dramatically underestimate and undervalue the comprehensive, holistic, nutritional worth of eggs, viewing them as simple foods rather than the nutritional powerhouses they truly are. Which eggs should you buy? Let us briefly break down the various labels you will encounter on egg cartons and what they truly, honestly signify. Caged eggs. These represent the least desirable option available to you. The hens are confined to extremely restricted, cramped spaces, often experiencing elevated levels of physiological and psychological stress. Whenever it is within your power to avoid them, please do so for the sake of both animal welfare and nutritional quality. Cage-free eggs. This designation represents an improvement over caged eggs. However, do not allow yourself to imagine wide-open, sunlit pastoral fields. Many cage-free hens still reside in crowded indoor barns with limited personal space and outdoor access. It is better, but still far from an ideal scenario. Pasture-raised eggs. This is Dr. Mandell's top unequivocal recommendation. Pasture-raised hens enjoy more space, genuine outdoor access, and a more natural, varied diet of plants and insects. As a direct consequence, their eggs frequently contain a superior, more robust, and more nutrient-dense nutritional profile. Organic eggs. Choosing organic is certainly a good and conscientious decision, but it is critically important to understand precisely what this label actually means. Organic refers specifically to the hen's feed and the absence of synthetic pesticides or fertilizers in that feed, not necessarily to their living conditions or freedom of movement. An organic hen is not automatically cage-free or pasture-raised. Do not conflate these two separate and distinct criteria. The best choice, the ideal, optimal, and most ethical combination is pasture-raised plus organic. That gives you both better and more humane living conditions and certified organic feed that is free from harmful chemicals. And if premium, high-end eggs are not within your current budget, Dr. Mandell's advice is refreshingly straightforward and eminently practical. Eat regular eggs. Even conventional, standard eggs are vastly healthier and more nutritious than most packaged breakfast cereals, processed snack bars, or sugary, nutrient-void pastries. Do not allow the relentless pursuit of perfection to become the enemy of good, sound, and practical nutrition. Maximize the benefits of eggs. Now that you have made your selection and chosen your eggs, what should you consume alongside them to extract the greatest possible health benefits from your meal? It is all about the elegant concept of nutrient synergy, where the combination of foods produces a greater effect than the sum of their individual parts. For a powerful, health-maximizing breakfast, consider pairing your eggs with arugula. The healthy fats present in egg yolks can increase your body's absorption of beneficial antioxidants from leafy greens by up to an astonishing ninefold. Add onions to the mix. They contain sulfur compounds that actively support your liver's natural detoxification pathways, helping it process and eliminate toxins more effectively. Always season your eggs with black pepper. The piperine compound found in black pepper helps your body absorb the beneficial carotenoids from the egg yolk with greater efficiency, unlocking their full nutritional potential. Do not overlook tomatoes. They provide lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that supports heart health, prostate health, and eye health. Cooking tomatoes, such as when you incorporate them into scrambled eggs, actually makes the lycopene even more bioavailable and absorbable by your digestive system. For longer-lasting energy and satiety, add avocado. It contributes additional healthy fats and dietary fiber to keep you feeling satisfied, energized, and focused for hours. When it comes time to cook your eggs, use extra virgin olive oil or butter. These are excellent stable cooking fats that enhance both flavor and nutrient absorption while remaining stable and not oxidizing over medium heat. Final thoughts. If eggs fit comfortably within your budget and your body tolerates them well, consider this perspective seriously and thoughtfully. Eating up to 4 eggs per day ranks as one of the simplest, most affordable, and most nutrient-dense methods available for nourishing your muscles, your brain, your hormones, and your overall systemic health. Now that you possess a deep, comprehensive, and nuanced understanding of the remarkable and varied effects that eggs can exert inside your body, Dr. Mandell has another important and compelling topic prepared for your consideration. Because while eggs are undeniably powerful on their own, combining them with milk may produce even more impressive and synergistic effects on your bones, your hormonal balance, and your metabolic function. Please do not miss the upcoming video. What happens when you drink milk every single day? Dr. Mandell looks forward to seeing you in the next presentation.